so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now.
Hi everyone, welcome if you're new here. I'm so happy to have you. So my previous subscribers, welcome to our video. So for today, we're going to be talking about everything Donald Trump. This will be our last Donald Trump video on our channel, as we will no longer speak of him going forward from this day. Today is August 13th, 2021 at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you have been waiting, I am so sorry. My dog had an anal issue, so we have to make sure we give her a bath as it has ruptured. But anyway, she is okay, hopefully. But anyway, as you all know, I am wearing this love shirt to compensate for the darkness and energy that we're going to experience in today's video. If you are just looking for a particular question or interested, and you're watching this on replay, check the description below. Everything will be timestamped from all different questions. This will be a long video, particularly because it will be our last video. I will be taking any and all questions related to Donald Trump, so this is the time to ask any burning questions that you may have, as this will be the last time that I will even entertain the idea of answering it. So I will definitely use this to your advantage. We'll be live as long as possible until everybody's answered and all questions are answered for you all as well. So anyway, let's begin. If you have questions, hello Liz, welcome love. So we'll be taking all questions from the live chat while we're waiting for people to jump in and put their questions in. We're going to quickly go through disclaimers. All right, of course, you know when this is being live streamed. If you guys are interested in booking a video with me, check the description below it. And here are some quick disclaimers on your screen. Please keep in mind that this is just for entertainment purposes only and for education purposes only as well. If you find that the background noise with the fan is too noisy, let me know and I'll make sure I turn it off. All right, so we're going to begin. So hopefully you guys have some questions. All right, perfect. Thank you, Sandra. You must be new here. Welcome. Question, could 45 be COVID-19 long hauler? Why won't he go to jail? Okay, so we're going to ask the question, why won't he go to jail? I don't know what you mean by could a 45 be a COVID-19 long hauler? I need you to give me a little bit more of an explanation what you mean. But all it means, let's talk about why he won't go to jail. All right, so Spirit Answer, please tell me, why won't he go to jail? Why won't Donald Trump go to jail? Let me make this brighter so I can actually see the screen. Okay. Hi, Julie. What's up, love? Why won't Donald Trump go to jail? Okay. Okay. So we have the Queen of Pentacles, right? This is the election between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton in 2016. This is very important as it represents everything, and that the fact that he shouldn't have been president, but he stolen a presidency from her. Now, that is on the top of today's video. We have the star card. In the past, he was president, right? He was elected through the Electoral College without winning the popular vote. Under here, we have is your reverse 5 of Pentacles. But we don't know the long-term effect that Donald Trump has in terms of monetary problems or economy-wise in the United States. That is why that is underneath the Queen of Pentacles. Everything that Hillary Clinton wonders about had come to fruition, at least when it comes to Donald Trump. We also have here as well, this is telling me that part of the reason why is because they're not following all the money trails. A lot of what leads to Donald Trump is the money trail, and that the investigation is not moving at such a high, fast pace that he's going to be able to get away with it. Like, it feels like as if he has more time to clean up the ends than the investigation is moving, meaning that he's able to move faster than they are. And therefore, he's able to clean his hands, which is why Donald Trump is not in jail. We also have here as well as in the future, we have time, and the time is ticking. When I'm sensing here that this is the death. I talked about Donald Trump not lasting long until the next election, right? By the next election, I mean the general election of 2024, that he may not be around to see that. And that is telling me here that by the time they find out what he did and they have the charges against him, it will be already too late for him to go to jail. We also have here is also being followed by the United Cup, which is Joe Biden, and that is reversed, which tells me Joe Biden does not want to be anywhere apart or be a part of Donald Trump, as it will be very dangerous to coalesce that the Democrats were behind this and make it unbelievable for conspiracy theory to target that Joe Biden framed Donald Trump, even though Donald Trump actually did the crime that they were saying that he committed. We also have here is that we also have the 4 Pentagons. We all know this. This is self-explanatory. This is telling me not only election fraud, but it also tells me a lot about tax evasion. Right? We all know that money laundering. You know it. Everything that's there. A lot of that what took place in the Black Lives Matter movement. This is very interesting that it comes up right after tax evasion. It's telling me here that there was some sort of role that they was targeted. What the hell? Nicole, I'm live. Sorry, my dog was here. Anyway, it feels like it was targeted in some way or some form, that in some degree, that it was almost like it was set up, almost like it's pre-planned. Potentially, this could be referring to the death of George Floyd, that Donald Trump wanted to have a reason to declare martial law of some sort. We also have here at the end of the deck, we also have the King of Cups. This is Joe Biden. And what they're telling me, the reason why Donald Trump is not going to jail is because of Joe Biden. Joe Biden doesn't want to be associated with Donald Trump, and therefore he does not want to be known as the president. You put another president in jail for own political ambitions, even though Joe Biden doesn't have a political ambition. Yeah, you can meet my dog one day when my hand is better and that is not as heavy. But yes, you guys seen him before. His name was Chip. 45 seem to display symptoms of long hauler, mental unstable. Okay, so that makes sense. So let's talk about COVID. I know you've mentioned that before. If you guys have not watched my video with oh my god, what's her name? There's a psychic who predicted that in 1990s, she said that there would be a president in 2020, I think in 2020, she said, who would get sick and ill before an election, and that he will end up going deaf. So let's take a look. Also could be explaining why he always speaks loud and for box and stuff like that. So Spirit Angel tell me, is Donald Trump still carrying the symptoms of COVID-19? Okay, so we have here as well as we have the medical issue, right? This is scandal that showed up on the news cycle that he was infected with COVID. Right, we also have here in the middles, we have the reverse ace of swords. Unfortunately, and I do not wish harm against Donald Trump or anyone else. It feels like as well that the virus was unable to take a hold of him or give him the drastic effect of being on a ventilator as much as it was for other people who have experienced the death at the time of being on a ventilator. It feels like he just caught it just in time where he didn't need to experience that. Therefore, it doesn't give him a different view on life, so to speak, like the way it did with Boris Johnson. We have here in the right, though, in the future, we have temperance. There's medical issues. I would not be surprised if he gets COVID twice. It almost feels like he is setting up the stage for him to get COVID twice. Now, the question remains that will he survive the second time? Okay, that was weird. I card flip. Okay, let's see. Okay, we had the Emperor's card here, and that was the fact that the reason why he got COVID, it came from Russia. So he might have been meeting with people from Russia previously who had COVID symptoms that gave it to Trump. That's why he got it in the first place. Then, of course, as well, the Wheel of Fortune tells me just a matter of time that this could be the virus that takes him out. It could be the virus that takes him out. That's what I'm seeing. I hope you like that. I hope the answer answers your question. They call people who have COVID and have long-term problems from COVID long haulers. Interesting. I have long haulers. I have now skin condition issues. My throat is bad and stuff like that. So yeah, it's quite bad. We also have my parents and my sisters all have the smell of sulfur. I don't have it, so I'm fine. But they smell sulfur a lot around the house when you have like anything like boiled eggs or onions. So yeah. Hello, Chris. I just jumped into the live. I just wanted to know how much you are revered and how bright you shine. Oh, thank you, Princess. I appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, Jane the Seeker, you must be new here. Welcome. Hi, Lori. What's up, love? You're welcome, Stan. You guys can ask as many questions as you like. If Trump died, what's your senator or House member will inherit most of Trump's supporters? That's actually it's a really good question. Okay. All right, so I'm hearing DeSantis. Okay, we're gonna have DeSantis here, Jim Jordan, and Josh Hawley. Let's look at those three. If you have any other Republican that you want to talk about, we can do that as well. All right, so DeSantis, Ron DeSantis. The card that represents Ron DeSantis is right here. Okay. The card that represents Jim Jordan. Hi, Annie. What's up, love? Okay, well, there's too many, so I'm going to put them back in. The card that represents him, okay. And the card that represents Josh Hawley. Okay, there's too many, but we're going to do the first card here. I think that's an accurate description of who he is as an individual. We'll also ask about Ted Cruz. We'll put Ted Cruz in here, too. So Ron DeSantis, Jim Jordan, Josh Hawley, and Ted Cruz. Okay, thank you. Okay, so we have for the first one, Ron DeSantis with reverse Three of Swords. For Jim Jordan, we have the Eight of Pentacles reverse. For Jim Jordan, for Josh Hawley, we have here is the Six of Pentacles. And for Ted Cruz, we have the reverse Seven of Cups. Okay, so that is each individual, right? It's very interesting. Okay, so for here, let's take a look. We're going to ask one question, one card. Spirit Angels tell me if Donald Trump were to sadly pass away due to anything, what will happen to his supporters? Will his supporters back Ron DeSantis? Okay. If anything was to happen and Donald Trump were to sadly pass away from this lifetime or transition, Spirit Angels tell me, will all his supporters, the majority of his supporters, back Jim Jordan? Give me one card. Yes or no? Will they back Jim Jordan? Thank you. Okay, for Josh Hawley, Spirit Angels, Donald Trump would sadly transition from this lifetime into a next one. Will his supporters end up backing, or majority of them end up backing Josh Hawley for whatever candidacy or political agenda he has? Okay. Spirit Angel Tommy, for Ted Cruz, if Donald Trump would sadly transition over into the next lifetime, will his supporters end up backing Ted Cruz? Okay, so let's look at the answer. So for Ron DeSantis, I never saw him succeeding. We have the three of doors going through the heart. That is reversed. But tells me that he is not going to be very well liked among the populace. Both the Democrats and the Republicans would not like him. He's going to do something that's going to anger both bases. So he's not a viable chance. Right? He's going to have a lot of anger issues towards people, and a lot of people are going to have a lot of anger with him. I don't see a lot of the Trump supporters backing Ron DeSantis. For Jim Jordan, we have here the Eight of Pentacles reverse. We have here as well that they don't like some of the things that he did that reversed or went against what Donald Trump wanted. Because of that, one thing alone, he's not going to get majority of support from Donald Trump supporters. That's Jim Jordan. For Josh Hawley, we have the Six of Pentacles. Right? He did everything that Donald Trump wanted him to do. He tried to overturn the election. He was obstructionist. He put his fists up during the January 6th insurrection. We have here, he has political ambition to run for president. And I feel like in some way or some form, even though the Republicans are going to back Josh Hawley, he's not going to win. He does not have the coalition of Donald Trump, and therefore he is not going to win. However, he is going to have a lot of people backing him for Josh Hawley. And for Ted Cruz, we have here, he is seen too much as a moderate. We have here the Seven of Cups. He is seen as a flip-flopper, and because of that, the Republicans can't trust his opinion and trust him that he's going to back Donald Trump and his agenda, that he is seen as too moderate, too left-wing of the Republican Party. So that is what I'm seeing in terms of Republican supporters and GOP Republicans who support Trump. They will more likely than not, out of these four candidates, they'll back Josh Hawley. So that is what I'm seeing. I hope that helped a little bit. Does anyone else have more questions, guys? We're going to go as long as we want, as long as possible, because this will be our very last video on Donald Trump. So everything will be possible. All right. Any information on Melania Trump. Let's take a look at Melania Trump. We're going to... Okay, so we're going to have a little fortune cookie, right? We're going to go a little break here. See that? This is the fortune cookie. What you're going to do is, if you haven't had a fortune cookie, there's numbers, intuition numbers. And I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to get in tune with your intuition. And I want you to ask yourself, what numbers are in this fortune cookie? You can get like the number or the message. We'll find out. Give you a moment while I shuffle the cards really well so we can answer the next question. Put all your questions in the live chat, okay? Everyone will be answered. Guys, this is only about Donald Trump. I'll do a separate video for COVID. What numbers inside the fortune cookie? Kind of do it the way Suckin did it, right? Do it like that. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to enjoy this, I'll tell you that. Okay. I figured I might as well do something creative. Since I have the container, right? No, it's okay, Lloyd. That is correct. We can do Melania. She's married to Trump. I was talking to Sandra. Okay. Are you guys ready? If you need more time, pause the video. So the message is, do not be overly judgmental of your loved one's intentions or actions. If that resonates with you, that is your message. Do not be overly judgmental of your loved one's intentions or actions. If you got the number 54, 43, 14, 23, 12, 51, you're correct. So I see Julie, you got 21, so you are right. No, 12, excuse me. Oopsie, no, 21, but I said 21, so you're right anyway. Okay, in case you want to see the number. It's kind of like a little live action lottery ticket. Good, I'm glad you need to hear that. Okay, so let's take a look. All right, so I found out on Melania a little extra little tip that she voted for Joe Biden in the 2020 election. All right, so Spirit Angel, please tell me, what do we need to know about the state of Melania right now? How does Melania go? How is she feeling? Is she going to divorce Trump? I know they're going to divorce. It doesn't take a psychic to know that one. How is the relationship between Donald Trump and Melania? Okay, so we have the Hierophant here. Okay. All right, I know exactly what she's doing. All right, I'm not making fun of her, by the way. All right, so what we have here is we have the Hierophant reverse. And what this talks to me about is divorce, the divorcee, so to speak. And it's telling me here that a lot of what's going on right now with Melania Trump is that she does not want to be married or any associated with Donald Trump. However, she's benefiting from it, right? She had here in the past the Ace of Swords. She didn't expect him to ever win the 2016 election. So she was expecting to more so have more money to spend it wherever she wanted. And I feel like potentially she feels like she's not receiving a lot of that money, and therefore it's going into Donald Trump's campaign, and therefore she's jealous of the campaign that they're receiving more money than she is. We have here as well, though, is that in the future, she's not waiting to be divorced in some sense. It kind of feels like she's waiting for him to pass away. Because there's a matter of time that she knows that, oh, well, if I go through this whole divorce process, I get less out of it. But if I wait till he passes, I can inherit all this fortune, right? She wants to inherit all his estate and inherit all his fortune. However, I think that's one of the most stupidest ideas that she could possibly be thinking of, particularly because Donald Trump is not going to have a lot of his fortune left. So she's better off divorcing him now, take the fortune with her, and she'll be able to make more money than if she been with him forever. We have here, she doesn't see the outcome. She doesn't think that the government has the guts to take him away from Donald Trump, and therefore she feels like she's going to benefit from that. We also have here as well is the High Priestess. She's thinking about being a con man like Donald Trump is, and putting on like a campaign when he passes away. Please donate to me. I'm the widow of Donald Trump, and I'm really sad and upset. And help me keep Donald Trump's legacy going. And she's going to use that money to benefit her own goals and ambition. It feels like she's trying to think about ways that she can make money using Donald Trump's name or image or legacy, so to speak, for the Republican. So I hope that makes a little sense to you. I do see divorce, but I feel like in a way she's also trying to be a gold digger in a way. Like she's trying to make sure she can get whatever she can get her hands on. Okay, this is a really important question. This is also, I'm streaming not only on YouTube, I'm also streaming on Facebook as well. So let's take a look. All right. Spears and Angel, please tell me, will Donald Trump hold any political office, Senate seat, House of Representatives, Speaker of the House? Will he hold any sort of political seat after the presidency? Or even the presidency again? Will he hold any other political office? Will Donald Trump hold any other political office? Okay, that's the challenge. Kind of bring you guys a little closer down. What else do we need to know? Okay. We're going to keep these here. So the way that it came out is the way that we're going to read it. Okay, so we have here the challenge here, right? We don't know what the challenge is yet. We have here the three cups in reverse. He didn't win the 2020 election. He lost, right? He tried three major attempts. The first attempt was trying to overturn the elections in the states. I'm trying to institute electors during December 14th to, divert the electoral college. The second attempt was them trying to overturn and overrun the Supreme Court. Then the third attempt was trying to do an insurrection against the United States. However, it all fails. This is in the past, right? We have here, they have a new plan. However, the plan is failing. The plan is not it's not being manifested in the way that he wanted it to be manifested, right? We have that here. We also have here is followed by the High Priestess, which is very interesting and very important here because we have Joe Biden in reverse. And we're talking about, will Donald Trump ever run for any political office again or win or hold any office, right? We have here, not under Joe Biden, he will not. So as long as Joe Biden is president, Donald Trump will be out of office. Right. However, he may get a job opportunity, but the fact is that if the Democrats and the people in position of power can get enough information to make it look like Donald Trump is unappeasable, that he cannot, you don't want your name associated with him, he will be kept out of the political limelight. That's only as if they are able to move fast enough to do that. The challenge between this, though, is can they get all this information out in time to change the public opinion? Can they get it done within 4 years? This investigation, all these different things, can they get it done in 4 years? And if so, Donald Trump may not have a political future. However, we have here a lack of choice. This is kind of feeling like, the Democrats, Republicans, and the voters don't know who to pick. This is kind of reverse here. It feels like to me that if he was to run for public office, he will not be chosen by the voters. The voters really don't want him in again, which is why they voted him out in 2016, and he didn't win the popular vote both times. We have here as well, though, he has a brand new political ambition, a brand new idea, right, depending on. And it's kind of him, the only way that he can be able to get back into any political office is to try to overrun it in some way, almost like maybe potentially a coup. Another coup. It's just an idea, right? An idea that doesn't get manifested because he does not have enough support to get back into political office. I don't see Donald Trump holding any political office in the future. The bottom of the deck here, we have the temperance, right? Donald Trump's term has ended and it will end. He has the ability to run again if he wanted to, but I don't see it here that he is going to do that in the future. I feel like his time has ended. As long as Biden's in office, Donald Trump won't be in office. And I said that before, that Donald Trump and Biden's future are so closely aligned. It's like Thomas Jefferson and John Adams. Like they have beef between one another. They're almost feel like they're gonna die like almost around the same time, like the way Thomas Jefferson and John Adams did. Like I feel like their energy is so closely to get together that like there's a possibility that it's gonna feel like it almost feels like as if like it's almost gonna change in a way. It's gonna feel like a coincidence. It's the best way to put that. Let's see this one. Alright, so let's do Jane the Seeker. You must be new here. Hello, love. Alright, so Spirit Angels, tell me, is Donald Trump going to do any more rallies in the future? Okay, so we have the two cups reversed. Let me flip this. Okay. So Spirit Angels, tell me, is Donald Trump going to do any more rallies in the future? Alright, so we have the two cups reversed, right? Him and the voters, he's not making a case to why they should still support Donald Trump in the future, right? We have here on the left we have the lovers card in reverse. And it tells me that there is some sort of divide, a political divide, whether that means it's Trump or whether that means something else as well. You're welcome, love. Right? That is the lovers card here. It feels like he is having a division between both men and women. Like there's almost a divide between masculine and feminine when it's supposed to be balanced, right? We have the King of Swords reversed, and it's telling me here that there's a potentiality that I'm sensing North Carolina for some reason. So I would not be surprised if he's going to do a rally in North Carolina. I don't know why. There's energy a lot there. That's where my energy is focused in the state of North Carolina. I'm also here in Arizona, Florida, Texas, and Iowa. So I feel like he might be trying to run up the score, potentially announce his candidacy for president in 2024. If that happens, then we're going to continue Trump again. But as right now, we're not going to talk about him after this video. We have here as well, we have the United Cops. He's going to try to counteract Biden's message, trying to sell the infrastructure package and all the packages that Joe Biden had done, right? We also have here in the future, though, he's going to get a lot of donations, he's going to get a lot of support. So it feels like it's more than anything else, these rallies are going to be more monetary support than anything else. He needs this to be able to fight off any sort of investigation that is heading his way. We have the Six of Cups reversed. It tells me already that this is in the future, that he's going to have more rallies in the future, potentially 6 big ones that are going to be on the news. I don't know what for, but there is going to be a news cycle. I'm also seeing mass shooting as well. Potentially there might be a violence or incident that may take place in those areas as well. Okay. So if you guys have more questions, of course, everything, please tell me in the live chat. We'll do as many as you want. Which will be the last video, so I want to make sure it's well worth it. Yeah, I know. I gotta sing. I agree with you. Okay, so can you get any hint on when Donald Trump might pass? I think it's inappropriate for me to even mention that, particularly as it might be very bad. But here are some things that I did get in the past when they came to me randomly. The first one was May 25th, 2025. That was one I was channeling. Another one I got was that he was going to run, if he runs for president, he's going to run for president, but then he's going to win a Republican nomination, but die before the general election in 2024. So I do see that as well. So that is what I'm getting. As for when Donald Trump might pass away, I'm getting either before the general election or a year after the general election in 2025, between those years, 2024 or 2020. 5. It could also be 2023 as well, depending on if you went to Republican primary very early on. Hello, love. All right, so Spirit Angel Tommy, will Scotland look into Trump golf course and hotel illegal money laundering. Okay, that's the issue with this. Now that we're talking about foreign investigation, so let's take a look at foreign investigation. They're not going to, if they find him guilty, they're going to find him guilty on the grounds of a private citizen rather than the president of the United States. So that's what they're going to look at. All right, so Spirit Angel, tell me what Scotland look into Donald Trump golf courses. Will Scotland look into Donald Trump's golf courses? Yes or no? Okay. Will they look into his hotel in terms of taxes and finances? Okay. Will they look into his illegal money laundering, or Scotland look into illegal money laundering by Donald Trump? If you guys have questions, put them in the live chat now. Okay. Jane, I tried to answer as many as possible. I do get between 2023, 2024, and 2025. Those are the highlights here. So I did answer that in a way. So for the Scotland looking at some golf courses, I'm sensing here that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of Pentacles is telling me here that there's a lot for them to look at, but they're not going to touch it. It feels like it's kind of icky right now. I feel like they're going to have a fight with maybe potentially the UK Parliament, that it might interfere with that investigation. Potentially, I don't know how they work in terms of investigation-wise. I think they're guilty until it's found innocent. Very different in the United States where you're innocent until found guilty. And what I'm sensing here is that there's some reality where they could potentially take away his land or golf courses, but I don't necessarily see an open investigation due to the complexities of the investigation itself. Now for his hotel in Scotland, we have the reverse Queen of Wands and the Ten of Swords. I feel like if they really want to open up an investigation, they're going to have to do it after the country's independent from one another. For some reason, I've sensed an energy that England or Great Britain is protecting Donald Trump in a way. Maybe potentially Boris Johnson. Maybe it will cause more of a headache. Maybe cause trade issues. It will cause some sort of issue, and that's why Britain is very fearful of even attempting to investigate the former president in terms of hotels. And now for illegal money laundering, we have the Four of Wands. I feel like there's potential here, but I feel like if anything else, they will more likely have to wait for the United States FBI, CIA, and Federal Investigation Bureau to look more into this, and they need to get like a go-ahead before they can even investigate illegal money laundering. They might interfere with other investigations that are currently pending with Donald Trump. So I see like more so than anything else, they're waiting. They can't try to interfere with anybody else's investigation. Hi, Google Peace. What's up, love? Welcome back. Did Donald Trump have nefarious deals with Erdogan, Turkey? He's a dictator in Turkey, I heard. Let's see. We're going to quickly go to ad break. This will give you guys enough time to put some more questions in the live chat. We'll go on as long as possible until we're done. Have you ever wondered how you can submit a question or a video request? Well, I will show you in this commercial how you can do that. So you go to my channel, you click on any of my uploads or any recent videos that you may see, and you go to the description. As you can clearly see, I already clicked on a previous video. You scroll down and you click right here where it says submit your question, topic, or video request here. You can also add in links and information that you would like to add in. You can ask at least 10, and you can keep resubmitting as many as you would like. You'll click that link and it will take you to my website. And this is what my website looks like. You can book a reading with me. You can find me email, other information along with my YouTube channel. You will click submit your video request here, and you will click on that. And it will take you to a Google form where you guys can fill out and be able to put all your questions here. So thank you all for coming, and I'll just turn you right back to your content right now. Okay, perfect. So let's do your question right now. All right, let's take a look at some deals. All right, so Spirit and Angel, tell me that Donald Trump had nefarious deals with Erdogan. I'll just put with Turkey's leader. Let's just call it that. So Spirit and Angel, please tell me Did Donald Trump have any nefarious deals with Turkey, Turkey's leader, that we need to know about? Okay, a lot of cards. Let's do this. Maybe I should tell the story. No, let's just put them down here. That'll just be easy for me to look at. Let's put it here. Okay. Alright, so it kind of feels very similar to the energy of World War III. It kind of feels like what was taking place going into the 2020 of January. Right when we opened up into the new year of 2020, we were talked about a third world war because Donald Trump was doing something that was aggravating another country. We have the 3 of Cups spilled, but the 2 of Cups standing. What it feels like to me is that there's 2 cups down, but 3 cups up. And it feels like there is some sort of deal going on, hidden deals. It kind of pulled me back to the picture of when they took that little crystal ball and they were holding it. And Donald Trump was there, and it was like that something picture. If you find it, you'll see it. But it's kind of like that type of energy. Like there was some sort of black magic. There was some sort of dark energy deal. Right. We also have here, it feels like there was an empty promise that Donald Trump was promising the country. It feels like Ottoman Empire type energy. It feels like there's some sense of way, the central power that Donald Trump might have been trying to initiate, like a coalition among countries who want world dominance, and that was Donald Trump was trying to play a role in that, like creating like the central power between Germany, Austria-Hungary, and Ottoman Empire. He was hoping to do that, but more towards the Middle East, right? We have the Star card reversed. It didn't end up happening in World War III, thank God, but it does feel like there was some sort of empty promises that Donald Trump still had to fulfill for Turkey. And what Turkey done was Donald Trump had interfered in their election. Potentially, they may have interfered in Turkey's election to keep him back in power. Keep the leader, the E word, back in power, right? To make sure that he maintained control. In return, Turkey will interfere in the United States election in some way or some form. So I would not be surprised if Turkey comes out as one of the co-conspirators that connected to Donald Trump along with Russia. We have here, we have the 8 of Cups reversed, and it tells me here that they haven't still walked away from a deal. If potentially the deal is still pending or so inactive, what tells me that there is another plan on the way to get Donald Trump back in office, right? Right now, it kind of feels like more than anything else, it's the deal of the devil here, which comes after Donald Trump being back in office. In order for them to complete the deal, they need to be able to have Donald Trump back in power. And for whatever reason, it benefits the interest of the Turkish people. At least more so, not the Turkish people, but more so the Turkish elite. And we have here the World card. They kind of want world dominance. So as long as Donald Trump's back in power with the same guy in in Turkey, they want world dominance. That is what they're striving for here. So that is the type of deal that you were asking about. Okay, we have a lot of questions here, so let me try to make sure I'm not missing anybody. Will Trump be held accountable for any of his dirty deeds? Now, I did say in a long time ago when I first started my channel that Donald Trump will be responsible and be reported by the Human Rights Association or organization will declare him as inhumane treatment towards people, that he will be charged with inhumane treatment towards people, and therefore he will be one of the first presidents that will be charged with that. So let's take a look. Will Donald Trump be held accountable for any of his dirty deeds? Okay, so there's a potentiality chance here. We have to kind of cut for this. But there's a potential. We have to be able to manifest the best outcome where Donald Trump can reap the rewards of what he sowed, right? We have here as well, we have the Ten of Pentacles. It tells me it's all about how the Trump got their money, right? So this is also related to that. It relates back to Frank Trump, the father of Donald Trump. I think that might be his full name. I might be wrong. But it feels like in some way that it goes far beyond Donald Trump. It goes back to his first parent lineage, right? This may involve Germany at this point, where there might be an open investigation in Germany related to the lineage of Donald Trump. We also have here as well that they're going to try to take as many shots as possible. Not one of them is going sick, though. However, there will be two that's an opportunity for him to go to jail. Like there's a potential chance, two big ones that will land him in jail. Potentially they're both related to money, right? It'll be big and wavy. However, if enough people think that he deserves to go to jail, he will be given the treatment. Or he may be held responsible. We might get his thing taken away or whatnot, his money taken away or cut off. He will be given a treatment. However, there's a potential chance of it not happening. You have to manifest it if you really want this to happen, and him to be held accountable for his karma, right? However, you cannot be focusing your energy on him. You need to let him go. Allow your spirit guide to do what it needs to do in order to live this life. I just saw 40-40, and that might be very important for Trump. That this might be talking about everything that is going on, that we may not find things out until years or decades later, like the same thing we find out about Ronald Reagan, right? We also have here the sixth pentacle. It all relies on the Supreme Court and other courts in the United States, as long as they're not corrupt and they do the right thing without trying to take handout or bail him out. So I feel like there is a potential chance here, but they need to be able to. First, we need the right people, the right amount of people to agree. The energy must be there, and the Supreme Court or the court itself must have the energy of good people. Actually, I think this is a really good one to talk about. Okay, so extra, what will be the biggest orange space headline before the new year? I'm going to have to channel this one. Is that a monkey? Cute. Okay, anyway, let's see. Spirits and Answer Tommy. What would be the biggest headline before the new year about Donald Trump? Okay, I just heard Melania Trump divorces Donald Trump. Okay, so I'm hearing Donald Trump will lose land or something in Ireland, Scotland, and Turkey. Okay, China will open up an investigation into the trade wars between the United States and China. All right, so North Korea will be found to be charged with a humanitarian violation or crime against humanity, and the United States will be charged as well. I'm also hearing a new Cold War will be started thanks to Donald Trump. But I kind of feel like that, like the headline that I'm seeing. So hopefully that helps a little bit. Like I kind of feel like more like New York Times. All right, so what is Big D? Maybe you probably shouldn't use Big D. Maybe small D probably would have been better. But anyway, what is small D thinking about Rudy Giuliani? Okay, Spirits and Angel Tommy, what is small D thinking about Rudy Giuliani? What is Donald Trump thinking about Rudy Giuliani? What does Rudy Giuliani make Donald Trump feel? Okay, we have the Lovers in reverse. Okay, so the first thing I heard here was failure, right? So it feels like Donald Trump thinks Rudy Giuliani is a failure. We have here the first card that comes up with the Lovers card, right? The bad union, the bad union between both him and Donald Trump, right? And it feels as if in some way or some form that they have bad blood between one another. Right, we have here in the past, Donald Trump ended up leaving, and it's all thanks to Rudy Giuliani. Rudy Giuliani didn't try hard enough or didn't convince people enough to believe that Donald Trump was the rightful president. We have here as well is the bad blood begins with the fact that Rudy Giuliani couldn't make his case directly to the people that Donald Trump should have been president. Right, this is the Emperor card reverse. We also have here in the future, though, we have here the Knight of Swords. I would not be surprised if in one way or some form that Donald Trump indirectly hires a hitman to assassinate Rudy Giuliani. That's what I'm feeling. Now, as for this Tower card here, let's take a look at his future. Okay, so we have the Tower card here, right? So we're going to use this to kind of find out a little bit more in depth about what does Donald Trump have planned for Rudy Giuliani using the Tower card. And yes, every card is a Tower card. All right, so Spirit Angel, please tell me about this for the Tower card. What is Donald Trump planning on doing with Rudy Giuliani? What is he planning on doing with Rudy Giuliani? Okay. So we have here, as well as we have the Tower card, right? The original Tower card. And the two cards that came out with it was the High Priestess in reverse, right? And funny enough, you look at the High Priestess, they're the Catholic Church, right? We see the cross on the woman's body, right? Going down to into the sea or something. But you also see here, as well as we also have the Hierophant, which is as well another meaning of the Catholic Church or some sort of Christian religion. Theology, right? And this is so interesting because it tells me here that almost feels like the political agenda is ending in some way or some form. I don't necessarily see death, although that's not something Donald Trump may have insinuated, but it feels like that is something that he had planned. We have here as well, we have the 10 of Wands. Rudy Giuliani did more damage to Donald Trump than Donald Trump did to himself. That is what I'm seeing as for what the Tower card mean for Rudy Giuliani. So, as for Rudy Giuliani, Donald Trump thinks he's an idiot. Plainly put. Maybe I should move these cards a little bit so they don't fall everywhere. All right. That is what we got for Rudy Giuliani. So let's see what another question you guys have. All right. If he finds himself in legal trouble, will he throw any of his children under the bus? Okay, that is pretty self-explanatory. Let's take a look. We'll get like a simple yes or no. Spirit Angel, tell me, if Donald Trump is found guilty or in legal trouble, will he be throwing any of his children under the bus? If you have any more questions, feel free to put it in the live chat. I'll do as many as I can because this will be the last live of Donald Trump. At least for now. Until he runs for president again. Will Donald Trump throw any of his children under the bus? Okay, I have a feeling. Funny. Okay, I have a feeling that there's two different types of people, but I feel like they're the same individual, so to speak. This is the how many wands, I don't know, but this feels like to me than anything else that this is feeling like Jared Kushner, like Donald Trump would throw his son-in-law, Jared Kushner, under the bus, and it also followed with Donald Trump Jr. Like he'll throw him to the wolves, so to speak. Then we have here as well is we have Ivanka Trump. But Ivanka Trump is not going to bend easily. She's going to try to upper hand her father to try to make sure that she has a place and that she can be able to have lesser sentence than he does. Right here, we also have here as well, we have the Three of Swords. I have a feeling that either three of his kids are going to go to jail or Donald Trump's going to overthrow or throw under the bus 3 people. 3 of his children, or 3 of the children are going to throw him under the bus. It goes either way. So I feel like it can be either way, but it's going to happen regardless. Thank you, Google Peace. I appreciate it. Okay, why has Vance and Letitia James dropped the ball in the Trump Corporation investigation, or have they? Dropped the ball? Do you mean like I did the investigation, princess? I don't know necessarily what that means because I'm not exactly sure. Thank you, Julie. 9 of Wands. Yes, exactly. That was 9 of Wands. Too lazy to count. Okay, so I don't necessarily what you mean by drop the ball. I mean like drop the investigation and end it. I have a little trust issue with Letitia James and Vance. I always had a little issue with Vance that I've done some trustworthy, and same thing with Letitia James. It feels like they're too busy and more keen on getting Andrew Cuomo than Donald Trump. We have here as well as we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of Swords reversed. This is in the past. In terms of everything, it feels like they had the right intention going into the investigation. They had the right intention. However, because he's out of office, it makes it a lot harder for them to be able to get him on the idea that he did something during his presidency due to the fact that he had the presidential protection, so to speak, right? With presidential protection. And I feel like right now, both of them are considering, should they continue the investigation into Donald Trump or should they drop the ball? To ask for it, let's just do a little thing, like, because I did a reading on this before. Let's just ask, is Vance and Letitia James, can they both be trusted? Can Vance be trusted? Can Letitia James be trusted? No. All right, so we have more than anything else. We have Vance. He's more likely to come out with news or be able to more likely to not take a bribe, right? So it feels like this could mean two different things. It could mean a Vance can get handout and be bribed into not saying certain things, or this could mean that Vance will release big news on a news outlet about Donald Trump, right? In some way, there has money information attracted around it. As for Letitia James, we have the roll call reverse, and we have the incumbent reverse. It feels like she is making a case or an excuse to say that, oh, I can't investigate him because this took place under Presidential Protection Act, and therefore he can't be protected, and I can't investigate. Like, she's making some sort of like excuse as to why she should not investigate the former president. Right, that is what I'm seeing, because we have here, this is my incumbency card, and the fact that it's reversed tells you that he's out of office, right? That she's not going to deliver publicly to the world, but this is what she's thinking behind the scenes. So in terms of everything, I feel like they both can't be trusted, but if you really want a number on who to trust, I feel like more than anything else will be Vance, as he will more likely release information, but he can easily be swayed to be doing the exact opposite. Roman numericals are made of addition and subtraction. 1, B, X, D, C, M, CM, all stand for numbers. Really? Thank you, Julie. I should probably learn that ASAP. Okay. When will we get the fire control in Oregon? California, Nevada is so smoky dry and smoky in Portland, Oregon. Actually, I'll be doing a video on this. One of my friends want me to take a look at why Saturn is having a massive effect on Earth's atmosphere in terms of fire. So we'll take a look at that in another video. Hold on to that question, okay, Rhonda? This is all about Donald Trump right now. What's up, Doris? Welcome, love. Hi, Gossip Girl. Welcome back. Does anyone else have any more questions? We'll go as long as you want. Does Iran still have bounties on 45th? Donald Trump's head? Does Iran still have a bounty on 45's head? I have a feeling that they're trying to like behead him a little bit. I have a feeling that their goal is to behead Donald Trump, like cut his head off, is what I'm sensing. Okay, so I'm getting like an image of Kathy Griffin when she was holding that picture of Donald Trump's head. Right. We have here as well, we have the forewarned here because Donald Trump does not have the protection, the full protection of the Social Security Service. Oh my God. Secret Service in the White House. It feels like he's going to become more vulnerable in a way. We have the page of story. Donald Trump in the past was able to defend himself because he thinks he's arrogant, that he can be able to, in a way, be able to override him. He feels more superior than people. He feels more superior than the people in the Middle East. We have here underneath the 4 wands, we have the Knight of Wands. And this is very interesting because it tells me that if they catch him, he's not going to be able to escape, in a way. And I'm getting the feeling that, if anything, if they were to behead him or do anything, it would take place on American soil, not on Iranian soil. Right? We have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9 This is very interesting because it tells me here that if anything, the target is the head, right? That's why the head wrap is there, that they're targeting the head. That's what they want to target. They want to behead him in the head. And we have here the Tower card. And I was going to tell you guys in another video, and I'm going to be doing a separate video. I've been having a feeling for a while now. You guys may have watched my previous videos where I spoke at the feeling, the energy, and when I was reading that, it feels more than anything else. It feels like a political leader was going to be assassinated to only find out that Haiti's leader was assassinated. But part of me feels that it's an American politician that's assassinated, not necessarily Haiti, but we don't know. So we're going to take a look at that in another video. So I have a feeling this could be tied to this in a way. So let's find out what this Tower card means. What that mean that they're targeting Trump still? What does the Tower card mean, Spirits and Angel? What does the Tower card mean? Is Iran still targeting Trump? Are they trying to behead him? Do they have a plan in the United States? Okay. I feel like there's 3 cards here. Okay, so we have the 8 of Swords, the 9 of Swords, and we also have here the 10 of Swords. So I have a feeling that they're going to try to kidnap him, because it comes first, right? They're going to try to kidnap him, right? They're going to try to do it when he's sleeping. They're going to try to kidnap him while he's sleeping. And they're going to back them because you see blood on the story being pulled out. It feels like their plan is, if they were to ever get close to Trump, they're going to try to behead him in the night or try to hurt him in the night, right? Oh, with the $1 million bounty? Yeah. Yeah, I definitely see that as a possibility, and they're going to do it in the U.S. Let me get some water. So we're going to go quickly to ad break, and I'll give you some more time to put some more questions in the live chat while we wait. Have you ever wondered how you can get access or find my social media, my webpage, anything from my Patreon page to my classes, to book a reading with me, whatever you want, and anything that you could possibly think of, including submitting questions? You would go onto my YouTube page, click on the most uploaded or most recent video. You'll click on any of these or the ones that are uploaded as most recent. You will go there. You will go to the description, as in this case. And you can either click on submit your question, video topic, or request here. You can find it there. Or you can go check out my website, and you can click on this, which is Linktree at Chris. You click on that, and it will take you to my webpage where you can find numerous different links, or it could take you to many different things along with my classes that will be uploaded here as well on my Patreon page. You can book a reading with me. You can submit your question. You can find the most uploaded video. You can go on to my 2 other YouTube channels. You can make a generous donation if you would like, along with joining my Facebook page and Instagram and Twitter as well, of course, if you are interested. So this is how you can find my webpage. If you are interested, let me know in the comment section below what you do think. And I'll return you back to your content. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye. All right, so with regard to Trump, do narcissists experience karma within a lifetime when they seemingly do not have a conscience? Okay, so first of all, everybody has a conscience. They just some choose not to tap into it. As for narcissists experiencing karma within a lifetime, Donald Trump has already experienced karma in his lifetime. Part of the karma was actually, believe it or not, was being president. I have seen and I asked that part of the reason why Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton were the most consequential candidates to be up against one another was because Hillary Clinton was supposed to, in her soul contract, they both agreed in the soul level that Hillary Clinton was supposed to be president, but to never become president, where Donald Trump was to never win the fact of being president, but become president. And part of that is that Donald Trump is supposed to experience a lot of the karma and a lot of the headache that he had caused this country. Part of that, all of us agreed that we're here now, have agreed that we're going to allow him to be our president in this lifetime because that's part of our soul contract, that Donald Trump was supposed to experience a lot of the trauma. A lot of Donald Trump would have gotten away with all this had he not become president. So Hillary Clinton was about to deal with the fact that Trump was president and she wasn't, even though she was about to see the country crumble under his administration. So part of that is that Donald Trump was supposed to see and experience karma, and so were we. So part of it is our collective karma. Remember, we're all one. We're all united. We're all in unity with one another. So whatever happened to one will happen to all of us. So yes, Donald Trump has experienced karma, and he is currently experiencing karma. Part of being president was a karma. That's why he never expected to be president, because he didn't want to be, and therefore Spirit made sure that he was president because he was supposed to live out of karma. So I hope that makes a little sense. That is what I got a long time ago. Okay, so I think this is a wonderful question. Yeah, thank you, Julie. Yes, 31 people watching. Hi, Greta. What's up, love? Okay, so Spirit Senator Tommy, are Trump and his soulless governor buddies, Governor DeSantis, are Trump and Governor DeSantis, or governors in general, Republican governors that agree with Donald Trump's mask mandate, non-mask mandate, and vaccine, are they invested in making a profit for COVID treatment machines? Is that why? But maybe they might want to bring in Sputnik, which is a vaccine version for Vladimir Putin. You're welcome, Greta. I'm glad you're okay. You eating chicken? Wait, no, that's not a chicken. Oops, that's not an emoji. All right, so anyway, we have the Four of Pentacles. And this is very interesting because it tells me the fact that Donald Trump is actually, believe it or not, withholding information about COVID-19. A lot of what he's been telling us has been withheld for quite a while. We have the moon here, right? We have the moon. A lot of what is happening is that they're hiding something. And I think this might be underground. There might be something underground, potentially, that they're doing. There's a plan. This might be a diversion to what he is doing, right? It almost feels like they're put on a show so no one else looks elsewhere, so to speak. We have here as well as we have the Ace of Wands. Was this why the Democrats didn't investigate or try to entertain the idea what Donald Trump is doing, because they know that Donald Trump is put on a show for something else? We have here as well the Ace of Wands. Donald Trump never anticipated what was going to happen. That he didn't really anticipate it to get as bad as it did, but he was trying to do his own agenda, so to speak. He was trying to make money off of it, right? Trying to make money off of more people being sick because his supporters are not going to get the vaccine, which dragged on the pandemic longer than it should have been. We also have here as well as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? Yeah, 6 cups reversed. This tells me here that there's an emotional component about the future of the country. It feels like he is punishing the United States in a way, potentially could be coming back to World War II with maybe his German roots, that he is punishing the country for making the reason why the Germans have lost the war in World War II. Right? He's the mad magician. I apologize for any noises in the background of my dog. It feels as well that there is something here that he's manifesting, but he is not going to be able to overcome the karma, the energy that's coming. And part of that is that he going to end up back in the hospital too. And this is his own doing. First time a fool on them. The second time it's a fool on him. Kind of the same thing here. All right, guys, Gossip Girl. So you said that it's hard to breathe. I'll make a video tomorrow then about planet Saturn, and why it's affecting planet Earth atmosphere, because planet Saturn is actually a fire energy, especially when it's very close to Earth, the way the moon is with water. So that's why we're having all these experiences right now. So I'll do a video on that if you want. Send me this video if you want. Send me the video, princess, and I'll show it on my channel. So let's see. Does anybody else have any questions? Ron Paul has lost his doctor license. That's interesting. Yeah, I didn't even know he was a doctor. I mean, can you imagine him having the doctor? Vaccines don't work. Even though I got my doctorate degree, right? Anyway, we're going to go quickly to Epic. I'm sure some of you guys have some more questions that you would like answered. This will be the last video about Donald Trump. So I would advise you to take advantage of everything and ask as many questions as possible before it's over. So I'll give you a moment to do what you got to do. You can put more questions in the live chat, whether you watch this on Facebook or on YouTube. I'm going to quickly go to ad breaks to give you a little bit of time. Hello, everyone. As you see on the screen right now, we have 34% of YouTube recommending our content. The best way for us to raise this number of bar higher is by subscribing, hitting the bell icon, and liking this video and sharing it with other people. And don't also forget to comment in the section below what you think of the video and its content. It will be extremely helpful for us getting other people to know all about our channel, what we do here. If you do love the channel, definitely try to help out as much as you could. I really appreciate it, and I love you guys, and I hope you enjoy the content. Bye. Okay, so after it's a 30-second delay on the live chat, I'm going to give you a little bit more time to ask some questions. In the meantime, we have a little intuition chest. If you are new to this, there's a dumped object or item inside. The goal is to kind of use your intuition to find out what is inside the chest right now. And so I want to also let you guys know is that I will also be going live tomorrow, and it's going to be celebrating the end of Donald Trump being on my channel and the end of us talking about him. And so it's going to be any question that you guys want to ask that could be related to anything, as long as it's not related to Trump. So we'll be doing that tomorrow as well. Plus, we'll be doing a couple more videos, so stay uploaded and stay tuned. There's going to be a lot of good content coming out very soon. So what is inside the chest? Use your intuition. Close your eyes right now. And I'm going to use a little bit of a singing bowl to kind of get you in a more of a relaxed state. What is inside the chest? What color is it? What energy? What does the energy feel like? How do you feel? What is it? Is it food? Is it an item? Is it a key? What is it? You have about 1 second. If you need more time, pause the video. All right, who's ready? Okay, so this is Lamar, and this looks like the ocean, which is why I bought this. And if you look at it from this way, it looks like the ocean. So if you got blue, light blue, you got the ocean, you got that type of energy, a little bit of gray here, right? This is Lamar. Okay, perfect. I agree with you, Jane. I just wanted to make sure you guys will be able to feel satisfied by giving you the opportunity to ask the question one last time before we end it. I have not done a lot of politics on my channel since. I haven't been feeling very drawn to it, so that's why I stopped. So there's going to be a lot more content. We're going to be introducing alternative history, alternative power history, where you guys have questions. Oh, what would have happened had this would have happened? We'll be looking at other worldly dimensions using the tarot cards. We'll be channeling. We'll be doing murder mysteries, suicide mysteries, and all that. We'll be doing a lot of different content on my channel, along with the pick a card readings on my other YouTube channel. So stay tuned for that as well. Is Trump going to find, create, or a new social media avenue to reach his supporters? I've done a lot of videos and a lot of readings on this. I can definitely tell you it's done and over with. I did the Fox News types channel where he channeled Trump News Network or whatnot to rival Fox News. It's not going to work. He's going to fail miserably. The same thing with the social media thing that he created. It fails both times. I could do a video because I don't think anyone's really asking questions right now. So we're gonna quickly answer this. Guys, if you have questions, please put them in the live chat. Is Donald Trump going to create, find, or make a brand new social media avenue to reach his supporters? Will it be successful? Okay, final outcome card. Okay. All right, so we have the Queen of Pentacles, right? It feels like he's rivaling and he wants to be the brand new, or the next brand new, so to speak, Rachel Maddow. That is the energy that Donald Trump is jealous of. He's jealous of Rachel Maddow from MSNBC. We have here as well, we have the full card. He thinks it's going to be the skyrocket in terms of viewership, but he's going to skyrocket into the higher views. But it's not. If anything, it's going to go from high views and it's going to drop steadily all the way down. So if he was to really do it, he wouldn't be successful. I feel like more than anything else, that the people just kind of want to move on at this point. And I feel like he's not reading the room. And because of that, that's going to hinder his chances of creating a news network. As for this, we have the King of Wands. This is my conservative card, the Republican Party in power. Right, there's kind of more the energy of like Mitt Romney, those type of Republicans, right? The rhino, so to speak. We also have here, we have the Hermit card. This is unpredictability. And, when this is here, it's almost like predictability. This is unpredictability. And it feels like it's unpredictable about what is going to happen in terms of the final outcome card. He's going to do it more so than anything else just for the money. But we all knew that. But it feels like, if anything, he's not going to get the viewership he needed to monetize the channel to get really good viewership. So no, he's not going to be successful. Okay, so what Trump presidency and impeachment all slated. Okay, you're going to need to explain what slated means. I have no idea what that means. Oh, really? Mason Maddow is number one on cable and conventional TV. I did not know that. That's interesting. Thank you for sharing that. Hi, Clarence. What's up, love? Okay, so you're going to have to explain this, Linda. I don't know what this means. Can someone tell me what slated means? I have no idea what that means. I'm thinking more than anything else, like, was it all like a facade? Potentially, was that what you're asking? Lori, Julie, are you doing anything that's triggering the algorithm to get rid of your thing, your question? Try going on Facebook as well. Maybe try Facebook, because I feel like it's triggering the algorithm, and I don't see your comment anywhere. And that's normally because I have a filter that's on that it filters any negative content out, or it just, YouTube does it already. So make sure you're not triggering the algorithm in some way. I normally get that when I'm live on other people's channels as well, that it normally deletes comments without your permission, or even doesn't even alert you. Yeah, your question appears to you, but doesn't appear to anybody else. Julie, you have my Facebook. Just message me on Facebook, and I'll answer your question right away. Okay, just send me a Facebook request. Let me know when you do that, and I'll answer your question. Okay, we'll do it from that way. Okay, will he return to his Russian business interests? Okay, we'll do that question. That's the question you're asking? Was Donald Trump presidency and impeachment all facade? That's what I'm going to go with, because I guess Linda's not here. Was Donald Trump's presidency and impeachment all a facade? Okay, so we have the King of Pentacles here. I don't know what it would be a facade for, but I told you that being president was supposed to be his issue, his problem. We have here as well is we have the King of Pentacles, right? That's very interesting, because that tells me a lot about Trump's organization as well, is that he's supposed to be punished by becoming president, so to speak, right? We have here is we have the Five of Cups spilled over, and that's reversed, which tells me that he was supposed to be in massive trouble for a crime that he committed, and there's no better way to get in the public spotlight than being president. Right? We have here the Knight of Cups, that he thinks he's going to take this last cup of his that didn't spill over, and that he was going to walk it along this and be able to win drastically, right? He lost 3 times. He tried to run in 2000, didn't really gain any traction. Then tried to consider running in 2012, didn't want to run, then ran in 2015 and 2020. So that's why he tried to run for at least 5 times, or at least thought about it. But we also have here as well, we have the Knight of Cups, him coming with this last idea that maybe I can be the one, the Lord and Savior of the nation, right? Kind of energy. All right, Julie, I see your question. We have here as well, we have the Ace of Pentacles, right? This is very interesting because this tells me here that he is hoping that this was going to drastically enhance his chances of gaining monetary income from being president. To criticize. I don't know what this means then. If slate means to criticize, I don't know what she means by this. Can someone explain what this really means? Because I don't know. Maybe I'm not answering the question correctly. I'm just reading what I think it's telling me. We have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think this is 7 or 1. That could be incorrectly. But it's telling me here that there's a lot of information, that there's a lot of pushback. That part of his presidency was the people to learn to fight back, fight against their government, to learn that corruption breeds when those who don't follow their own government, to make sure that they hold those people responsible and accountable. Right? We also have here judgment. A lot of what Donald Trump's presidency was supposed to bring judgment against and for the United States. You know, people have been talking about, oh, Judgment Day is coming, at least for the Christian theology. That this is telling me here that Donald Trump's presidency was the presidency of judgment for the nation, judgment of your character, the judgment of who you are innately from the soul outward. Right? To judge one being is to judge how they acted during this period in time. Did they change from this individual to this individual? Did they change to become a better person, or did they change to become worse? And that is, a lot of people have changed to become the best outcome of them, and others have changed to become the worst of them. And that is all chosen to them. But part of being about Donald Trump's presidency was a part about judgment, of being who you are, but bringing out the worst or the best of you, right? It was about what line you choose to feed. You both have both lines. You have the line of evil and you have the line of good. Whatever one you choose to feed is the one that's going to be stronger. In my case, I chose to feed the good part. Other people chose to feed the bad part. I guess Linda's not here, so I guess we're just going to leave it the way like that. So I hope that answered the question specifically. All right, so we're going to do we're going to act this first before this disappears, and then we're going to do Julie's question. The reason I asked the question about governors stopping mass and vaccine is that DeSantis has brought in trailers that would give people monoclonal antibodies named wherever medicillin. SP is a $15,000 treatment. Okay, it sounds like saline to me. That's what this feels like. Let's take a look. What is the purpose of this? Why is Governor DeSantis doing this? All right, the fact that these two came out accidentally when I grabbed this one tells me a lot that I need to know. Okay, so we have the Three of Cups. Right now, Governor DeSantis was able to cause Florida to become the hotspot of the nation about 3 times, right? We remember it again in early stages of March of 2020, in April, early July, and then now, right? It caused it to become a hotspot 3 times. Now, as for the 2 other cards we have the reverse Queen of Pentacles, and we have the reverse Ace of Wands. And I feel like, if anything, he had a different agenda, very different than Donald Trump. Like, Governor DeSantis has a specific goal. Like, he is working for some sort of mafia or something. Yeah, so we have here as well, we have the Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. I feel like this is being orchestrated by a woman, potentially. A woman who now is seen as a male. Potentially, this person could be transgender. This could also be a disguise. This person could be wearing a disguise so they look male, but they're actually female, to try to hide themselves from being figured out by the FBI. I do feel like this is being, in some way or some form, almost like run by a third party, right? I mean, we have the Three of Swords. Don't take this. If you're considering this, I don't recommend you take it. Now, please keep in mind, this is just for entertainment purposes only. I'm not a medical professional. You are left up to your own opinion at your own discretion. You can take my advice as you may will. But again, I'm not a medical professional in any degree, so take it that at what you will. Okay. There's a lot of questions here, so let's see. Can someone make sure that I'm maintaining all the questions? Make sure I'm Julie's up next, please. and make sure that I'm not slated to happen. Oh, you wanted to know what it meant to happen. All right, we're gonna ask your question again. We'll answer that again later, because gotta make sure we answer everybody else. Was Marjorie Taylor Greene sending messages to Trump through Fox News? Maybe was Marjorie Taylor Greene trying to send a message to Trump? Was she trying to send a message to Trump? Oh, okay. Okay, so I know exactly what this is. All right, so we have the moon card for Marjorie Taylor Greene, right? There was a hidden message, right? Her and Donald Trump, howling at a fact that wasn't really true. This is the big lie here. Them howling at it, right? We have the Page of Pentacles, and it feels like to me that she's basically indirectly saying to Trump that if you don't declare anytime soon that you are interested in running for re-election, I will take up the opportunity and the ability to run to replace you in 2024. And I feel like she is getting up. Marjorie Taylor Greene is getting up and getting ready for the presidency of the United States to claim the Republican nomination. It feels like Marjorie Taylor Greene is trying to gather up and try to gain energy and traction ahead of time for the 2024 presidential nomination for the Republican Party. Okay, Jane, you said you would love to see people of aliens, but that's just me. Yeah, we're going to be covering aliens. We're going to cover a lot of spiritual topics, more than we normally do. Oh, she's considering leaving her show. That might be beneficial for Trump. All right, there's the question. Okay, let's see. Okay, well, Trump returned to his business interests in Russia and his friendship with Putin and oligarchs. You're welcome. All right, so Spirit saying, will tell me what Donald Trump returned to his business interests in Russia and his friendship with Putin and oligarchs. Maybe saying oligarchs might trigger the algorithm a bit. That's probably why your question was coming up. Spirit saying, will tell me what Trump returned to his business interests in Russia and his friendship with Putin and the oligarchs. Okay, we have the challenge here. We have the Queen of Pentacles. We have two different challenges pointing towards each other. Bottom and final outcome. Okay. Now, we have the High Priestess card, right? This is reversed. And what this is telling me here is that the fact that a lot of what's going on is that Vladimir Putin is worried about Joe Biden. And by going back to Donald Trump, it's going to feel as if it's a little suspicious, a little fruity, so to speak. That is the terminology of suspicion. That it's going to raise that question, well, why is Vladimir Putin still trying to work with Donald Trump? He's not even president anymore. And that's going to raise an investigation to go get investigated into why that is. We have here in the past here, we have the Queen of Pentacles. They were investigated, well, for the Mueller report with the Queen of Pentacles, is that they were investigated for what took place in 2016 with the investigation into Russian interference into the 2016 and 2020 election, right? We have here on the right here, we have the Ten of Cups, and that's going towards the same direction as the Queen of Pentacles, right? You see this here, going in the same direction. This is telling me that the election is over. Right, this is the election, right? The 2020 election, Donald Trump lost it. They see him as a no longer a viable candidate going forward. They see him as a loser, so to speak, right? They see him as a loser. That even though he came close to overcoming democracy, he was such a loser that he wasn't able to hold that off. We have here as well, we have the Nine of Cups reversed, and it tells me here that Vladimir Putin has turned his back or is about to turn his back on Donald Trump, and he does not want to be associated along with him, neither do the oligarchs. We have here as well, we have the Page of Swords. They have already chosen someone new to replace Donald Trump, right? We have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Five of Swords. This person is not in the limelight yet. We don't know who this individual is. But I spoke about this many times on my channel. I talked about Donald Trump being replaced by some other individual. And it feels like we're about to get one step closer to who this individual is. And I gave you guys a very descriptive definition of who this individual is. And I will definitely say for damn sure right now that make sure that you know and learn everything that you can about the Donald Trump presidency and learn the red flag, learn the signs now. But I told you this many times before that Donald Trump will be replaced by somebody else, and this individual will be a Democrat. Okay? And this person's going to do the same thing. They're going to try a different party now. But it's not going to be as obvious as Donald Trump has made it. It's going to be behind the scenes. This person's going to be 10 times worse, but you won't notice it. You won't even see it coming. A lot of you guys will not even know until it's too late. You knew what Donald Trump was up to because he told you. This one we won't. That's why it's important. Trump definitely got in trouble due to COVID, doing nothing about it. I felt to be as why he lost, which was fine with me. Part of the reason why Donald Trump lost because of the COVID-19 pandemic was part of the fact that he couldn't show leadership. Donald Trump could have easily won re-election had he shown leadership with the COVID-19 pandemic. He would have won with Oregon, and he would have flipped Oregon if he had won and done leadership and got control of the pandemic early on. He would have won re-election. But because he didn't do that, he lost re-election. That was all up to him. That was almost like a life saver. That was a bone that was being thrown to him, and he chose to go the opposite direction. He could have easily won the re-election. I agree with you. Okay. Question, is 45 still buddies and in communication with Putin? No. I think question previously answered that. No. Okay, slated mean predetermined, agreed before incarnation. I think that's a good question. I think we asked about that previously, about his stall contract, so let's take a look at that. No, Joe Manchin's not running for president. It's definitely not him. It's a woman. I'll give you a little bit of a description. This person's going to be a person of color. This person is going to be a lesbian. This person is going to be black in some sense, so they're going to have some black DNA in them. This individual is going to be progressive, at least fake progressive. They're going to show that they want progressive ideas. They're going to have progressive background, even though they're just doing that for show, for record, so until they get in office. This individual is going to be more stronger than Donald Trump, because Donald Trump was supposed to break the barriers and show America's weakness in the presidency, so that when this individual does come in, this individual knows exactly where to target and the strength of the presidency, which means that basically you can do the worst crime possible, which is a crime against the country, and still not be held accountable through the impeachment trial, which means that you cannot be removed. The only thing is, no, she's not a closeted lesbian. She might be a closeted, but she's definitely open. I feel more so than anything else. She's going to be seen as a progressive candidate. This person is going to be on the Democratic Party side this time. I saw more like energy like, Tulsi Gabbard type energy, that type of energy. I saw that this individual would go into power. This person would do a phenomenal job as president for the first term. However, that's just a facade being put up behind the scenes. They'll be making bad deals the same way Donald Trump did, except you won't see it coming. What I also got as well is that this individual is going to be God, hold on, coming to me. Oh, the individual is going to wait till re-election, and then this individual is going to declare martial law, and then stuff like that. We won't know. Because the only way that Donald Trump was, the reason why Donald Trump was removed from office was for one simple reason, that was democracy. We voted him out. Therefore, they only know the only way for a president that bad to be voted out was by the people. And so they're not going to show their hand until after the election's over. So that is what I got. That was before Donald Trump lost the election. That was with me and Interview, Kim from Interview. We were doing that reading, and we chose not to show it to you guys. But we were asking the question, what happened if we don't learn from Donald Trump? And that is what I got. It's like if we don't learn and prosecute him and hold him responsible for a crime, that there will be another one, but it will be worse than Trump. So there's that. In terms of martial law, I think the president has the ability to declare martial law, as he when he swears the oath of office, he can declare martial law. He can do it. He has the ability to do it. Okay, so was Donald Trump presidency a sole contract, in other words, skated to happen, impeachment, etc.? Let's take a look. No, she is not in Congress. We don't know exactly who this individual is in terms of the lesbian and the woman who want to, who the oligarch, the Russian oligarch has picked. So we don't know who that person is. This person's not in power, though. I can tell you that for sure. Okay, Spirit Angel, tell me what Donald Trump presidency and a sole contract, in other words, skated to happen along with the impeachment trials. Yes, for the sole contract about his impeachment, his presidency. Not sure about impeachment. Let me put this back in quickly since I didn't ask the question. Spirit Angel, tell me. Spirit Angel, tell me the Donald Trump sole contract state that he will be president of the United States, along with everything that had happened, along with the impeachment trials. Was it predetermined to occur? Thank you, Julie. Okay, so I've spoken about this before, and I'll tell you guys again that I'm not from this timeline, right? I'm from the Hillary Clinton timeline where Hillary Clinton became president. But this timeline shows that Donald Trump is an abomination, so to speak. That he is someone who was not supposed to be in office, but he is. And that was supposed to be a paradox. What he created was a paradigm in one way where the Hillary Clinton was supposed to be president, but he stole it from her and put the United States on a brand new timeline that it had never explored before. Because of that, that is why Donald Trump is so interesting, because we never had anyone like him before, right? We have here as well as we have the Fool card. And that is in the past, right? The Fool card is here. Then almost like Donald Trump was not a fool, at least in terms of the sole contract aspect, that this was supposed to be that was predetermined, that he was supposed to live his life doing a specific thing, doing a certain thing. But there was always a potentiality chance that Donald Trump was supposed to be here. But he was a manifestation of our own willingness to manifest him into our reality. And I'll talk about that in a moment and how we manifested him, because we did. But we have here judgment. It was only supposed to happen, Donald Trump was only supposed to happen when judgment was supposed to reign on America and the world. That we didn't focus and listen to the willingness of the people and focus on really the needs that we need to do and better ourselves, right? Because we were heading on a dark path, and Donald Trump was basically the trumpet, the last call, so to speak, the last call to re-divert yourself onto the right direction, right? On Judgment Day, so to speak. We have here is we have the 3 of Cups spilled over into 2 cups standing. That's the opposite. So 2 cups are spills and 3 of Cups are standing. This tells me here that there are 3 opportunities left for the United States to do the right thing. There are 3 different outcomes, possible outcomes that we need to follow, right? We have here is the willingness to sustain democracy, to sustain the idea that freedom for all, justice for all, liberty for all. Right, so to be able to sustain an idea that only man can think of, only women can think of, right? By man, I mean both. We also have here the Emperor card. He was not supposed to be president. He was a paradox. He was never supposed to be. But he was always a backup plan, the emergency plan in case things went haywire. We also have here as well as we have the 10 of Wands reversed. And it's telling me that this was supposed to bring about struggle, a time of renewal, a time of happiness, a time of understanding, a time of love, to get us back onto the path of going to the 5th dimension, to the higher realm. Why do you think that any other president had made more people become more spiritually in tune with one another and themselves had ever happened faster in 4 years than any other president in the last 50 or 60 years? That is because Donald Trump is a paradigm. He's a paradigm shift. He's a paradox, so to speak. And because of that, he speeds up the process of spiritual awakening. And here we have here the 8 of Cups. He's supposed to leave us thinking and questioning our truth and our reality and who we are as an individual, who we want to be. Remember, part of Donald Trump is part of Pluto. Pluto returned. Donald Trump was here, who was made for this to happen. And if we didn't listen, Donald Trump would have became president regardless in 2016, 2020, or 2024. He would have been president in one of those years. We just happened to be in 2016, right? And so I want to quickly talk to you guys about how we manifested Donald Trump. So in 1900, there was a book that came out called The Last President 1900, where it talked about Donald Trump, right, Barron Trump, and Russia, and how their interaction with one another is very closely aligned to the presidency of today. That book was made in the 1900s. There was another book called Barron Underground Journey, which talked and easily explained how Barron and Russia had created a time travel machine to time travel back in. Now, these things are actually true, by the way. These are actually legitimately facts, which is why I'm stating them. Another thing was there was a movie that came out in 1950s. I don't know exactly what it calls, but it's about a guy who runs for mayor to unseat the mayor of the city in the 1950s in the western city in the western hemisphere of the United States. To build a wall around the city to protect anybody from going into the city, so to speak. And his name was Trump. That was 1950. That was 10 years after Donald Trump has been born. Then there was another one, a movie about Donald Trump, specifically him, talking about Donald Trump in Back to the Future, of him potentially being a leader, right? Stuff like that. The fact is that did we manifest Donald Trump? Were we programmed to think that Donald Trump should be president by manifesting him into our reality, right? That's why the idea comes to me that, well, I have a lot of experience with spiritual sides and spiritual beings and different entities that I can easily tell you that Satan does not exist, the same way that Donald Trump didn't exist. But we can manifest it into our reality, which means that Donald Trump, the same way, can easily be manifested the same way Satan can. If there's enough energy, there's enough substance for people to manifest it, we can bring this right into our world. So yeah, I do feel like in some way we brought Trump on ourselves because we watched a lot of that content. Okay. I thought slated meant pre-planned. It was fake outrage because both parties already agreed on how to acted and on the outcome. Yeah, it could be in some way or some form, because I can definitely tell you right now that Donald Trump was a former Democrat and Hillary Clinton was a former Republican. They just switched parties. But if a part of me always felt like there was a plan that regardless of who got in office, it would have been a plan to decimate the other person's political party. I don't know why that was, but I always felt like that was an idea that they brought. Like there was something like an inside job. Believe it or not, is what I'm getting. Yeah, he was the Trump. He was supposed to wake us up. Oh, you like the channel? Thank you so much. Thank you all for coming. Really, this is great. This is a great showing. Congress can block a presidential declaration of martial law, and the judicial branch had to decide if it will stand. I'm losing camera focus. Yeah, when I talk about certain things, the Wi-Fi here tends to go a little wacky. Does anyone else have any more questions that they would like answered? Yeah, it happens when I talk about certain topics like that. Spirits tend to come in and try to mess with it. That's just confirmation. So while we're waiting for you guys to put in more questions in the live chat, I'm going to quickly go to our break. Have you ever wondered how you can submit a question or a video request? Well, I will show you in this commercial how you can do that. So you go to my channel, you click on any of my uploads or any recent videos that you may see, and you go to the description. As you can clearly see, I already clicked on a previous video. You scroll down and you click right here where it says submit your question, topic, or video request here. You can also add in links and information that you would like to add in. You can ask at least 10 and you can keep resubmitting as many as you would like. You'll click that link and it will take you to my website. And this is what my website looks like. You can book a reading with me. You can find me email, other information along with my YouTube channel. You will click submit your video request here and you will click on that. And it will take you to a Google form where you guys can fill out and be able to put all your questions here. So Thank you all for coming, and I'll just turn you right back to your content right now. All right, so okay, we do have a question. Perfect. Definitely, if you're watching this live, put your question in the live chat. This will be the last time I speak about Trump and everything related to him. So put your questions in the live chat now. Take advantage of the opportunity. How much did he compromise with the United States with Russia, especially after he lost re-election? Let's ask that. That's a good question. Okay, so Spears Ansel, please tell me, how much did Donald Trump compromise with the United States and Russia, especially after he lost re-election in 2020? He knew who was going to lose re-election. He knew it. I actually have one more question after this. This is going to be a very important one, so I highly recommend you stay. Okay, so we have the Knight of Cups. Right, and this is very interesting because it tells me here that he's like, hey, Vladimir, it's Donald Trump. I'm here to give you some information. Kind of feels like that. It feels like him calling up Vladimir Putin to tell him that he has more information, that he has something that he wants to give to them, right? We have the Hermit card reverse. And this is very important and very informative in a way. It tells me here that he gave Vladimir Putin false information, classified information, so to speak, for entertainment purposes only. It feels as if he's giving him fake information, but Donald Trump doesn't know it is fake. He thinks it's real, but it's fake information to Vladimir Putin, so to speak. And that's how they're going to know, and that's how we're going to catch him. That they're going to try to catch him, that if Vladimir Putin knows some sort of fake information and that they only gave Donald Trump was the classified information, then they know Donald Trump told Vladimir Putin, right? It's a smart move. We also have here, as well as we also have the Six of Cups reverse. This is in the future, and I feel like there's going to be an investigation. Open up, they're going to find evidence about this, that he tried to sell the United States out to the devil, or to Vladimir. The Night of Pentacles, the investigation is going to open up, and I told you guys this many times. He's going to be impeached four times total. He will be impeached the third time. He won't go to jail, obviously. He won't be convicted, but he might be convicted on the fourth impeachment. And the reason for that is that even though he's not in office anymore, they're going to impeach him to set a precedent. They can't allow this to continue. You're welcome, Elope. We also have the Hierophant. And this is very important and very interesting because this tells me a lot about him. That he had given classified information that was only supposed to be for the United States military. So he sold out the military as well. Again, for entertainment purposes only. We have here the Fool. He's a fool. He thinks he's a smart cookie, but he ain't nothing but a fool. Then, of course, we have here as well is that they're going to have to make a decision soon. And it could potentially end up in an assassination. Right, and I'll be doing a video on this separately that I feel like for a long time now that a political leader is going to be assassinated in America. So let's just take a quick look at that. And I thought Trump. So let's see. Before that, I also want to talk about one thing though. I had a feeling for a long time now about the 2020 election that Donald Trump wanted to lose the 2020 election. And hear me out. If you were to look at the Electoral College, where Donald Trump won by a loss in 2020 by 232 to Joe Biden 306. And what I have internally felt was that the reason why Donald Trump really went after Georgia, Arizona, and Wisconsin, that if you flip those three states, they go to the House of Representatives. And part of that is it feels like to me that Donald Trump wanted to make sure that he was trying to put on this show, but he wanted to lose the election. The reason for that is he wanted to quote unquote drain the swamp. Now this is just one idea. This is a feeling I have for a long time, and I want to see if you guys what you think of it. That he wants to drain the swamp by experiencing and knowing who is going to stand by him and who is not. So that the reason why that is that when he runs in 2022, he's going to try to oust them all the Republicans out of power during the midterm election, so that when he goes in for 2024. He knows where everybody stands with him and that he's planning to run back in so he doesn't get penalized or get the impeachment trial again or stuff like that. That is why it's so important to make sure that he doesn't get back into positions of power. Because this could all be a setup for the Democrats to fall into the trap to lose it and have the Republicans be replaced so that there are no more good Republicans, such as Mitt Romney, who are willing to impeach Trump on some cases, along with lady from Maine or something like that. That's what I'm saying. That Donald Trump could be trying to drain the swamp, but necessarily meaning drain the Republican Party of anybody who goes against me, so that when I go back in power, I have unlimited power that I need. That's what I've been feeling for a long time now. So I want to see what you guys think of that. Will Trump try to leave the United States to avoid jail? Julie, I think Julie, like when you sit further back in the chair, actually, no, it doesn't do that. I think it's just, oh yeah, you're right. It's the camera. Oopsie, you're right. I don't have a camera right now. It's just from the computer. All right. So will Trump try to leave the United States to avoid jail? Okay. Okay, so this is telling me this is the DOJ in the United States. He's avoiding the DOJ from going to jail. We have the Lovers card, 2016. The World's card reverse. He's going to try to escape and try to go worldwide, but it feels like he's going to be stopped. There's already a plan on him. It almost feels like a tracker potentially. They probably already have ideas of where he's heading on going. We have here as well, we have the Knight of Swords. Biden already knows that he's going to try to escape. At the bottom of the deck here, we have here, he's not going to be able to put up much of a fight. They're going to get him. So if he tries to escape, they're going to get him. It's going to make him look very like a criminal trying to escape jail, so to speak. All right. Okay, thank you. Good question. Will Trump try to run for president in 2024? That's a good question. Put your questions in now if you're watching this live and you're hopping on. Put your question in the live chat. Take advantage of the fact that I'm live. This will be the last time I'll be talking about Donald Trump. So put your questions in now. All right. So, will Trump run for president in 2024? Now, I talked about the last time that if he runs for president in 2024, he was going to win. In 2024, most likely, partly because he drained the swamp. And we did a reading on this plenty before. Now, as long as Donald Trump says he's the 45th president, he's manifesting only be the 45th president. If he were to win re-election against Joe Biden and defeat Joe Biden in the 2024 presidential election, just hypothetically, it would mean that Donald Trump would be the 47th and 45th president. That's how the United States worked. Back when what's the guy's name? Not Howard Taft, but it was somebody else. It was a big, really chunky guy like Trump who ran for president, won, lost re-election, then ran again for re-election, and he considered two separate president. He gets the 22nd and the 24th president. Oh, Grover Cleveland, that's his name. He would consider two separate individual presidents. So Donald Trump, he would run, he'll be considered a 47th president. The reason why I'm mentioning this, so when I ask the question, you can get the proper answer. Okay, so Spears Angel Tommy, will Donald Trump run for president again in 2024? Now, I did say that if Donald Trump runs for re-election, he may die before the general election. If he runs for re-election again. All right, so Spears Angel Tommy, will Donald Trump run for president in 2024? There's too many cards here, but right now, he still has not made a choice. Is he going to run again? He has not made a definitive answer. Oh, actually, excuse me. He has made a definitive answer. Let's see what that is. Will he run again? Will Donald Trump run again in 2024? Will he run again? Okay, power card. That's a big change, a break again. Like there's a break in timeline again. There's a big break here. What is that break? What does that mean? Actually, let me bring this tower card here. What does that mean? What does the tower card mean? Will Donald Trump run for re-election again in 2024? What does that mean? Is Donald Trump going to run for president again or no? Okay. But Donald Trump's going to run for re-election again. There's a card that flipped. I don't know what card it is. You guys see it? A card flipped apparently. Where is that? Maybe we're not meant to find it yet. Okay. Let's see. We're going to use the United States of Tower deck to kind of get a little bit more information. This one is the Tower Takeover Tower. That's the deck that I'm using. I got this deck so I can kind of a little bit more likely be able to read it and understand what the Tower card is referring to a little bit more often. Okay. Okay, let's see. Is Donald Trump going to run for president again in 2024? I don't think Barron really cares about Trump anymore. Okay. Okay. I'm getting a little bit of feeling about this, so don't be scared. Okay, and just the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. Just for entertainment purposes only. Okay, there's a warning. Here's a warning. Take this as a warning, okay? We have here, Donald Trump has made a decision. Right? We have here, which is the Hanged Man. Right? What tells me this is all about the QAnon conspiracy, the Proud Boys, all the national terrorist groups within the United States. Right? That is what's challenging the question. Will Donald Trump run again in 2024? The bottom card comes out as the Tower card. Right? The political definition is not following the social status quo, right? The Republican and Democrat. Donald Trump could very well run as an independent in 2024. We have here as well as we have the Eight of Wands. If he does that, he is going to damage the political system in the United States. We also have here as well that whoever runs on the Republican Party ticket is going to be out of power. They won't be able to sustain themselves against Donald Trump. Like the Republican Party will retaliate against this candidate and put Donald Trump in to prevent an independent coalition. I have a feeling that this is Ron DeSantis versus Donald Trump versus Joe Biden or Kamala Harris. Right? We also have here, now this is the warning, right? This is the warning. That if Donald Trump wants to run, he's going to run when the United States is economically on its fallout, when the economy is in its greatest depression. Now remember, I said this earlier, Donald Trump has planned this. He is the mastermind of planning, correct? Donald Trump had put in the tax credit, the tax cuts. That's why all the taxes are through the roof right now, is because a lot of that is from Donald Trump's tax plan of 2017 with the tax cut. He made sure that when the young people who make under $100,000 will get tax hiked, but it will only start in after 2020, which means that's why you're getting taxed heavily. It's not Biden's tax plan, it's Trump's tax plan. Basically setting the stage for this, setting the stage for an economic fallout. Part of the reason why this could be part of the reason why Donald Trump wanted to make the pandemic worse, that it brings us to the highest chance of bringing us to the brink of economic disaster. We have here the challenge here at the Ten of Cups. Being calm, allowing us to just go with the flow and not allow ourselves to get embedded with the economic or the economy, the stock market. Don't allow yourself to be too worried about it. Allow yourself to be happy for the moment. Be happy with the people who are around you. Be happy with the moments that you share with one another. You're never going to get those 4 years back if you're always worrying about the economy. Worry about who's around you. Love the people around you. Love the children. Appreciate all of them because they're there for a reason. Love and appreciate them. Cherish them. We also have here, as well as we have the Tower card, that if Donald Trump runs, that's because the failure of Letitia James was side Vance to get Trump and dink him on the fraud that he kept committed. Right? That this is the Tower card in its reverse, that they did not bring Trump down. They couldn't bring him down. because they were unsuccessful. Regardless of whether or not Letitia James or Ty Vance could be trusted, they could also be talking about the fact that Donald Trump was able to overcome this, that they weren't able to get him to go to jail or be punished for his crimes. Right? We have here as well, we have the Two of Cups, the coalition. He is now angry at both the Republican Party and the Democratic Party, and I would not be surprised if he runs on a third-party platform. Right? And here we have the Hermit. Bernie Sanders' unpredictability. We don't know what's going to happen, whether or not he's going to decide to run. All I know is at the bottom of the card that he's not finished. This is the Ten of Swords. This is what took place on January 6th. He's not finished, is what I'm seeing here. That Donald Trump is not finished with the country, with the presidency. So we're going to go right back. We're going to go quickly to ad break so I can clean up the cards so we can ask the next question. Seems like Donald Trump had no interest or affection towards his youngest son, Barron Trump. Then we're going to attack the next question. Will the DOJ raid Donald Trump's office? Let's take a look. I'll see you guys momentarily. La 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 la. Have you ever wondered how you can submit a question or a video request? Well, I will show you in this commercial how you can do that. So you go to my channel. You click on any of my uploads or any recent videos that you may see, and you go to the description. As you can clearly see, I already clicked on a previous video. You scroll down, and you click right here where it says submit your question, topic, or video request here. You can also add in links and information that you would like to add in. You can ask at least 10, and you can keep resubmitting as many as you would like. You'll click that link, and it will take you to my website. And this is what my website looks like. You can book a reading with me. You can find me email, other information along with my YouTube channel. You will click submit your video request here, and you will click on that. And it will take you to a Google form where you guys can fill out and be able to put all your questions here. So thank you all for coming, and I'll just turn you right back to your content right now. Okay, I'm still not done, but we're going to ask the next question, which is this one. Okay, so it seemed like 45 had no interest or affection towards his youngest son. Well, he's going to get a yes or no for that one, and then we'll jump in whether or not the DOJ will raid Donald Trump's office. If you would like to put your questions in the live chat now, please do it. To take advantage of the fact that this will be the last time Donald Trump will be mentioned on my channel, at least in terms of content that's directly about him. As for your question, Julie, if he runs third party, he will split the Republican Party's vote. Yes, you are incorrect. This will be one of the Hail Marys that we can possibly get. All right, so it seems like the 45 had no interest or affection towards his youngest son, but also remember, Julie, in the reading, we also saw that Ron DeSantis get kicked off the Republican Party, and the Republican Party trying to bring Trump to them so that they don't have that happen. So we don't know exactly what's going to happen. Seems like 45 has no interest or affection towards his youngest son, Barron Trump. Why is this? Okay, we have here Barron Trump is more liberal or more moderate than Donald Trump is, less extreme, so to speak. And we also have here the Hermit card. Barron Trump is a little bit unpredictable for Trump. And I feel like what he just wants is his dad to be, I don't want to say this in the wrong way, to be defeated or like transition into the next lifetime for entertainment purposes only. I feel like he doesn't really like his father that much, but he loves him, but he understands how bad he is. And I feel like if anything, he kind of gets in arguments or fights with Trump, but after a while he just kind of gave up and he kind of like just very shy and doesn't want to speak to his father. That's what I've been getting lately, that he does not like that. Like, he doesn't want to get in arguments because maybe his dad yelled at him or maybe he gets in fights a lot. Oh, thank you, Princess. Love you too. Okay, when the DOJ raised Donald Trump's office, will the DOJ raid Donald Trump's office? Okay, Spears answer Tommy, will the DOJ raid Donald Trump's office? Okay, so we have the Knight of Pentacles reversed, the Moon card upright, the Justice card upright, the Queen of Wands reversed, And we have here the Nine of Wands, I believe. Okay, so let's talk. So we have the Knight of Pentacles. And what this tells me is that they have information. The question is, will they act? Right? This is the investigation initiation of the DOJ. Get information. It feels like the reason why the DOJ is so slow is because of what's that guy's name who was in William Barr William, something like that. Bill Barr. Like, whatever he did, he made the DOJ so messy that they have to clean up not only his mess, but also investigate Donald Trump. And it feels like they're having a very hard time doing that. We also have here as well, we also have the moon. And this is telling me there's hidden information, like a hidden investigation, like spies within a camp to try to find him into what he's doing. Thank you so much, Julie. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the $10. Love you. Thank you, Julie. I do appreciate it. We have Justice card here, and this is very interesting because what is this telling me here is that. Hold on, give me a question because I forgot the question. Okay, it's telling me here that they have an opportunity to raid Donald Trump's office. Here is something, Merrick Garland. That's his name. I have to read Merrick Garland to remember him. So Merrick Garland, right? He's the DOJ of Biden's administration, right? He has to make sure that he feels basically non-biased, but also is hard-witted, that he needs to make sure that he gets punished and be held accountable for his action and crime, right? We have here as well as we have the Queen of Wands here, and it tells me that this is not a very spiritually motivated intention. This feels more negative, more egotistical motivation to get Donald Trump to be investigated in some way. However, I feel like they don't have enough information. I feel like the DOJ right now is too weak to investigate Donald Trump, and I feel like they don't have enough funding or information. However, if they get a private sector or give private section to different companies to investigate and fund the investigation, they will be able to get that done. However, it's really up to them at this point. It's really a toss and turn at this point to try to really see what potentiality does the DOJ really have going forward. And we have here about the Five of Cups reverse, and it tells me kind of really no, like they're not really going to investigate this because it's not present anymore. I feel like, again, Merrick Garland and other people are going to say Letitia James and Cy Vance are going to use the rhetoric. He's not president anymore, therefore why do we have to investigate him? You need to hold those people accountable. If Letitia James is running in your district and you want her to hold Donald Trump accountable and she won't do it, vote her out. Same thing with Cy Vance, same thing with DOJ, Merrick Garland. Okay? We have here the 8. It's up to you, the voter, to hold the people accountable. If you want Donald Trump to be held accountable, you need to put people in position of power who make sure that he gets held accountable. And if they underscore their promise, vote them out. Okay? That is the message for you. All right, guys. I don't see. Does anyone have any more last-minute questions? You can put them in now. This will be the last live we talk about Donald Trump. Tomorrow we'll be talking about why we having so many firestorms and stuff like that as well. And we're also going to be talking about we're also going to be partying and asking any questions that you guys have that isn't related to Donald Trump. Thank you, Sandra. Yes, exactly. The cards don't lie. Don't shoot Chris. Thank you. Don't shoot me. I'm just the messenger. I'm just the reader. Just because you're upset does not mean you have to kick it out on me because I'm the easy target. You need to realize that the cards are always going to help you and that they're always there for you. Sometimes it tells us things that we don't like to hear and we have to deal with that, right? All right, I'm going to give you guys a moment to ask any last-minute question. And if you're hopping on right now, just know that everything will be timestamped and listed in the description below so you guys can find that out and be able to do and ask any question to find any question you would like to answer to. So anyone have any last-minute questions, please put them in the live chat now. I'll give you a moment. I'm going to get some water. I will be going live soon. Probably not tomorrow, maybe Sunday. If not Sunday, definitely Monday. I want to give you guys about 2 days to be able to watch this video. Normally, when I do long videos, think of them more as a combination of multiple videos smashed into one video, right? So think of it that way. So if a video is 2 hours long and you normally like 30-minute videos, break it up into 4 days, okay? Okay, so I think the last question, I think this would be the best way that we can end off today's reading, is how will history look upon Donald Trump and his family? So let's take a look. Spiel Daniel, please tell me, how would history look at Donald Trump and his family? How will history look at Donald Trump and his family in the future? And then not 300 years, I feel like it's a little too much. And in about 150 years, how will history look at Donald Trump and his role in America? Oh, yes, sweet Julie. Thank you. I really do appreciate that. All right, so what I'm sensing here is that we have the 5 of swords reverse, 5 of wands reverse. And it tells me that he is going to be known as the chaotic president. The president who almost started a civil war, but didn't. And what I'm also sensing here is that what I'm feeling is that he will not be the president who started the next civil war. He'll be the one who almost got it close to it, but he will not be that one. He will not be that president. There will be a different one who will get us there. But he will be known as the chaotic president. We have here as well who will be known as the first president to get 2 impeachments in one sitting, one term. However, the next president or the next couple of presidents will have and outpace Donald Trump in that margin, making it normalized. Then almost every generation will have at least one time in our lifetime that we will be able to experience an impeachment trial of some sort for any other president in the future. We have here as well, though, is we have the Queen of Cups, right? The president who has stolen the presidency from a woman who could have been president, and how life could have been different had she been president. And that will always ponder among a lot of historians in the historical books on how life could have been so different in America had she won and had he lost. Right? The pondering upon the question, this would be very important in psychology, and very important not only in psychology because it will play a major role in psychology in the medical field, but it also will play a major drastic role in philosophy. Thank you, Julie. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. I really do. That this also plays a very important role in philosophy. And the reason for that is pondering upon the question, what could have happened had she won? And how many lives could have been saved? Right? It's the question that historians could have been pondering upon. In the future as well is the downfall of the economy. That he will not be known as the businessman, but he will also be known as the man who had added trillions of debt. However, the legacy will move far beyond what he already did, saying that he is a businessman, that he can be able to help the country. He will live that legacy to go forward. People will be able to see that. People will feel that. People will iterate that he was the best businessman, the best economic advisor, despite the economic turmoil that has been caused in the country since he took office. Right? We have the Page of Wands here. The woman's rights. Because of him, we have the rights for women around the world to be recognized, to be on the forefront, the focus for the future. That he brought upon the first woman to be the first vice president of the United States. Although he took it down and took it away from a woman who rightfully won it, he has given us a first vice president woman who was Asian, who had Asian descendants, who was black, and who was also a woman. Triple minority. Thank you, Diva. I really do appreciate it. Love you. Love you guys so much. Thank you. We have here as well, we have the King of Cups reversed. And this talks about how a president like him can easily be defeated, and that he will go down in history as the president who lost his term due to the idea that no matter what had happened, no matter how far the conspiracy can go, that as long as you go out and vote, no matter the circumstances, your vote matters. That you could have easily had him back in office had you not gone and voted. He will be the story of democracy, how democracy was easily saved and how it easily was diverted, and how we came close to the ending of democracy, and how we came very close to him being back in position of power, holding and maintaining control, absolute power, and how he almost got away, from committing the most atrocious crime in human history. That he was the only president, the only leader in the world to never be held accountable. However, in the minds of those in the future, that we shall remember this moment in infamy. And I'm reiterating the words of the textbook in which they will speak, that they will remember those of us who have fought for others, those of us who have stood behind each other, but those of us who have marched for the rights of others individuals, so that they can live more freely and everlasting and be able to experience the justice that they so deserve, so that they can live a more everlasting world, a more everlasting kindness. And the bottom of it all was that he was a man who almost won, a man who held on to power, who was willing to allow his narcissistic side of him dictate the outcome of the future, dictate the future of America for his own willingness to succeed. And that he will go down in American history, he will go down in the world's history as the man who was the most troubled, and how a troubled man who was ignored by the medical history, the medical world, at the time in which it was grown and taught that people who have mental illnesses, who needed mental help, therapy, those who were focused and who were neglected as a young child, knows and be taught now that in the future, that this shall never happen until take place, that a mental person who has an issue needs the help that they can get by providing universal health care for those who need help. That this was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that was brought upon us by the idea that we shall not speak about going to therapy, speaking about the help that we need. Donald Trump brought awareness to something that wasn't being aware before, but it was a long time coming. And it feels like to me, when I'm sensing in the textbook now, that they're talking about mental awareness. Donald Trump may have had a mental illness, and because of that, that brings apart changes in the country, right? It brings forth, because of his mental illness, and how it almost destroyed democracy at the only expense of mythology, is that it brings forth the next future of universal health care. And so for that, my friends, the future of America is dependent on Donald Trump and his story, his unique story, and what he has lived through as a child, that it brings forth mental health changes for all, that it brings help and focus into areas of the healthcare system that brought Donald Trump as close as possible to the presidency. Right? Mental health in America so carries a stigma of weakness instead of respect, like a physical illness that others get. Thank you, Julie. I completely agree with you, and that's what I've seen and hear. That he brings forth, he is the president who will bring forth the universal health care for all of us. That he will help us get there. Even though he wasn't a good president, it was because he was neglected. And that he will be the president in which, when you ignore your inner child trauma, that you will have someone like him in position to power. And ever since then, people who are spiritual understand that they will not vote for somebody who does not understand or has not fully healed from their childhood trauma. Don't vote for people who have childhood trauma. You need to vote for people who have recovered from it. That's the only way that we're going to be able to see the next couple of decades, the next couple of centuries. And so that is how history is going to look upon America, and how that is how America is going to look upon Donald Trump in 150 years from now. So that is his story, and that is how history can be looked upon him. I love you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoy and have a very beautiful weekend. We won't be going live during this weekend, so I'll be taking a 2-day break. I'll see you guys on Monday next week. I hope you guys all have a very beautiful weekend, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye. Love you. Good night. Thank you all those for donating. Thank you, Lori Miller. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, moderator. Thank you, everybody. I do appreciate it. Hope you have a very beautiful night, and I love you guys. Bye. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you, Julie. Thank you all.